We're here to make a new type of news.
New insights, new styles, and new topics every day.
We are News Generation.
Making news just for you. It's November 21st here in Seoul. I'm Shin-Yoon, and you're watching News Generation. Joining me in the studio is Nell Song.
What's up?
Hello, and Park Ki-hoon.
Thanks for having me.
Happy Tuesday, guys. Now, both are here to speak on behalf of people in their 20s and 30s. As usual, let's start with our news feed, which covers different hashtags and news items that have been trending on social media over the past 24 hours. Starting next January, South Korea will slap stronger regulations against stalkers to further protect their victims. The Justice Ministry on Monday said it would allow victims to receive notifications or messages on their phones whenever their stalkers are nearby. Before, victims had to call up the administrators themselves to find out where their former stalkers are. The location is being monitored through a GPS function attached to their electronic anklets. Moving on to news about Japan's labor market. A recent survey has found that 1 out of 5 workers in Japan are freelancers with a specific expertise. In just 4 years, the number of such contracted employees tripled, and experts read this trend as more Japanese preferring to work various jobs at once in a specific field, rather than enjoying the stability and perks of being a regular company employee. And last week, South Korea held its nationwide college entrance exam. The College Scholastic Ability Test, also known as Suneung. In a hyper-competitive education environment like Korea, it's such an important day that even the police provide pickup and drop-off services to tardy test takers. But almost every year, we hear stories on how some taxis would drop test takers off too far away from the test center, some even threatening to do so if the passenger doesn't give them a good online review on the spot. Now, this happened again to a 20-year-old female test taker who was forced to give her taxi driver 5 out of 5 stars as a review, even though he didn't take her to her destination. Instead, he said it was too difficult for him to take a U-turn, and instead she had to walk a few meters to her test center. And this has spurred much online debate. Many students and teachers said it's really ridiculous that they have to experience this on an important day like Suneung. Others said this just reflects the poor working conditions taxi drivers and broadly speaking public transport industry workers go through. Around this time of the year, many drivers use the nationwide college entrance exam as leverage and try to really boost up their better income or working conditions. Now, based on these arguments, some people have called for the faster implementation of automated driving taxis. Now, based on all these arguments and the headlines of this story, what did you think, Ki-hoon?
You know, I don't think this only applies to Suneung, but also like other big annual events throughout the year. On one side, the minimum taxi fares have increased over the past months and even charged extra on different time frames. So, I mean, this is quite understandable because of, you know, the rise in oil prices and the inflation all over the world. But going back to the driver, I think he did cross a line in trying to take advantage of this situation to a student who was taking one of the most important tests of her life, you know, in Korea. And it won't be surprising to see all these reviews go down back to just 1 star, 1 out of 5. But I think my only advice would be to take either the bus or the subway during these days, because on busy days, you know, there's so much traffic and it might take you actually more than expected and even cost you more money. And just to point out autonomous driving, I think it will take a bit more time for the whole infrastructure to really settle into any kind of country. Even though, you know, Korea is the leading, you know, car maker, I think there is still time and effort that needs to be put in before it is fully implemented.
Definitely. Though automated driving did seem to be like a clever suggestion, I'm wondering, did you think it's like the root solution to this problem?
No, I really think that automated driving would just be kind of an immediate solution. But like Hyun was mentioning, I don't even know if it's fully reliable just yet. But I do think what the taxi drivers are going through at the moment with their jobs and their difficult working conditions is hard to navigate, you know, because it has to do with their money that they're making for a living. But I do feel like Hyun was mentioning that they crossed the line, basically threatening the most important days of their academic careers on these minors too, and they're so vulnerable. So it's not an easy matter, but I do think that automated vehicles is not the direct solution in the long run.
And I totally agree. Though some people, playing devil's advocate here, some people are saying that's their only leverage, given that they're using a day like Suneung, one of the most important days test takers take, a make or break test that determines where they go to college and even all the way up to their career path. But taxi drivers can only use that, or even sometimes buses and subway drivers, they use that because that's their only leverage they can have on the negotiating table. That's their only chip. But then again, speaking from a very human perspective, perspective, it's just wrong. And that was our news feed for this Tuesday. Let's now switch gears to our main discussion topic of the day. We're going to be talking about the latest internet challenge that actually originated from South Korea here in October. To give you a hint on what this is, if done right, it looks like the challengers are floating. So I tried it myself. Take a look at the screen to find out what this challenge is.
Hey Grace, have you seen this?
This is the Slickback challenge, right?
Oh, it looks pretty hard.
Really? All you need to do is move your arms and legs. It looks like you're walking.
Well, it doesn't look that simple. Do you think you can do it?
Chihi, I'm a really great dancer.
Oh, you are. Well, we'll prove it. You wanna go try it?
Right now?
Yes.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay, let's go try
Let's
it
go.
now. Okay, let's go.
Okay. You can do this?
Of course I can.
Okay, let's see you do it.
Okay, Slickback challenge. Here I come.
Here we go. Okay, Grace, I think I know the problem.
What was the problem?
Okay, so you have to be on your toes and you have to be leaping a little more. So
Yeah.
You're like. So yes, yes, you can do this. Is this right? Oh, you're getting it. You're getting it. You're getting it.
Is this right?
Yes, it looks a lot better.
But then... Slickback challenge complete. Guys, so that was me trying out the Slickback challenge. Now, while it might have looked like I'm just flapping my arms and legs around, this Slickback challenge, if done right, is also known as the gravity-defying floating challenge. It looks like you're defying gravity. Now, it's the latest dance challenge to have gone viral globally, and it all started here. But let's find a bit more about this challenge. And did you like it now? Did you like my challenge? Okay, you're lost of words. Why?
It's so wonderful that we live in a world where people can try and fail and we still accept them for who they are. No, I'm just kidding. But so this dance that we're talking about, it's supposed to make you look like you're levitating. Originally, it's started off from this dance called Jubi slide. Somebody named Jubi something invented this slide, and it was supposed to be like a sideways moonwalk where it's supposed to, slide a little bit, But this kid named Lee Hyo-chul, he's a middle schooler here in Korea, kind of took it to the next level. And when you look at his videos, like Yeun and Chihi were looking at, you can look at it online. It looks like he's basically floating.
Exactly.
He's in space, and it's even further, one step further up than just gliding. Yeah. So he got 200 million views within the first 5 days of uploading. And many people, including our beloved Yeun, attempted to do it because he uploaded this tutorial on how to move your feet, lifting one side and sliding it at the same time, which everyone was still left baffled. But he even came out on the famous You Kids on the Block with the famous national MC Yoo Jae-seok. And yeah, that's just all the hot talk these days. Yeah.
Exactly. This challenge really blew up here in Korea after that middle schooler made it seem very easy, and I was one of them. I thought it would be really easy because he said easy ways to follow this Slickback challenge, but to be very honest with you, it wasn't that easy. Now, tell us more about this trend.
No, like you said, it's very interesting how a middle school student made this all viral, not a celebrity, where that's usually the case. But ever since it became viral, more people took this opportunity to, try this somewhat cool dance from like celebrities, even from people all around the world, and even Yeun.
Even me.
Like Yeun. So, and there were even some like Slickback masters who like shot their own tutorial videos, trying to get the views and the clicks they wanted during the hype. But although the explanation sounds really easy, it's actually quite difficult to pull it off, that floating motion. And even the dance machine, JYP, tried it out himself and he utterly failed. And there were a lot of comments saying, oh, did he have to do that? It wasn't that great. I mean, I feel sorry for him. He's trying a little too hard. Anyway, so overall, I think these kind of challenges, it gets everyone involved and connected because, it's fun, it's entertaining, and something that anyone can try, whether it's easy or not. But I'm seeing a lot of people fail, like someone next to me. But I think that's where the fun is, looking at people try really hard, but do it fail in a very funny, goofy way and just get a laugh out of it.
Yeah, I didn't know I failed, guys. I I thought I succeeded.
But you made us laugh. So
Okay,
Yes.
well, at least I
what
made
matters,
some.
Success.
Yeah, success there. But trends definitely seem to come and go, and these so-called social media dance challenges have stayed here in Korea and around the world for some time now. So why don't we go through like the history behind these internet dance challenges, especially here in Korea?
Right. So the history of the dance challenges. So I think with the rise of TikTok, which is the short form platform, the dance challenges, they were basically the foundation. And in the United States, I guess there's a lot of people, but first one that comes to mind is Charli D'Amelio. She was this teenage girl who basically started posting little dance videos starting 2019. She was a dancer before that too, but she, kind of made the, like these kinds of TikTok moves into a real big trademark.
Right.
And in Korea specifically, a year after Charli D'Amelio started posting, Zico, one of our K-pop stars, and we love him so much, posted. You guys all know this song, 아무 노래?
Any Song Challenge.
Any Song
Challenge.
Challenge, and that became super popular, and that was the start of all the dance challenges. But I believe that we have a song prepared.
we do.
PD님, music cue.
Okay, let's try it out. Let's
All
try
right.
this any song challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
왜들 그리 다운돼 있어
Yeah.
뭐가 문제야 say something 분위기가 겁나 싸해 요새 이런 게 유행인가 왜들 그리 재미없어
Alright, we got this.
See, yeah.
마찬가지 Tell me what I got to do
Ready?
I don't
This is the
know.
main part.
내로
Ready?
블루투스 켜
Ready?
아무 노래나 일단 틀어 아무거나 신나는 걸로
Okay, why is the song not ending, guys? This is the any song challenge, and I think we could give ourselves like a 5 out of 5. No?
Pat on the back.
Pat on the back. Pat
Pat on the back.
Give us a good
A
rating.
for effort.
Leave in the
Yeah.
comments who was the best.
But I think, see, things like this,
Yeah.
when we try it together, even though it's not perfect, it's kind of fun to get everybody involved
Definitely
in
is,
doing
yeah.
it. And I feel like this new Gen Z, Gen Alpha are the generation that really enjoys doing this as a group activity together, whether it be in school or in the studio. Yeah, and I think this is kind of what brought this new age of like hook songs. Because
Exactly.
Hook songs were kind of different, but nowadays it's all about the dance, the easy kind of choreography that you can follow along to, and that's what makes the songs go viral. And yeah.
And the Any Song Challenge, I remember, it was a very big boom. And even now we still remember some of the dance moves and because it's easy to follow. And Kyun, would you like to elaborate on how these dance challenges are really resonating with like around the world?
Yeah, I mean, with the boom of social media, everyone's watching it, everyone's connected, and these short clips are very easy to, I guess, make and easy to watch as well as an audience. And because they're less than 1 minute, it doesn't take much effort to really make one. And I think ever since YouTube, even TikTok obviously became prominent, I think videos seem to be getting much shorter and shorter, which immediately grabs the audience's attention, which is awesome to get their clicks. However, I feel these kind of like new viewing behavior shortens our attention span, increasing our desire to consume more in less time, eventually affecting our concentration levels, especially among young generations. So I love these kind of short clips, but it kind of makes me watch so many different clips that I spend hours and hours just watching
never
these
ending.
short- It's
Scrolling
never ending.
on,
And there you go, that's JYP right there.
Exactly, that's the Slickback
Trying it
challenge.
out. And that's the other soccer player doing that. And look at
Yeah.
those clips.
I know.
Yeah.
I can totally empathize with you. I was the
Wow.
one looking at this and I kept just scrolling down
Exactly.
without knowing that time is going by. And speaking of just using social media, I think this has to do with our generation being so tech savvy, right? We're always looking at these social media outlets and dance challenges. Apart from that, why do you think these dance challenges are really resonating with our generation?
Like I was mentioning earlier, I do think that this is a very communal thing. Everybody gets involved. You're all feeling the sense of unity with the trend that you're doing together. And it's fairly easy to follow. And if you do upload it online, I do feel like it's fairly easy exposure and you could become a social media star overnight, like this friend that we saw, the middle schooler, whether you did a really good job or a really bad job. If you make people laugh, if people think it's entertaining, you kind of go up to the top very quickly. So-
Right. And Kyun, would you like to add on to that?
I think a lot of millennials and Gen Zs like to leave like good memories of what they did by obviously, filming these short, fun, catchy videos. And whether they were out with their friends or even if they go on a family trip, it's just become a new trend where it's just more than just taking a photo. It's all about taking these short, funny clips with, background music playing. And also, I think ordinary citizens who are not professional dancers like us, obviously, can show their own unique style of dancing, and they can appeal to the public, and they can become very viral and popular all of a sudden. And I'm pretty sure Yeon's video will get all the views.
We should upload it.
You guys never know. I might be a star overnight.
You never know.
But in the meantime, we asked our viewers if they've actually tried social media dance challenges themselves. If so, which one? So here's what 3 of them had to share with us. Take a look at the screen to find out. Let's start with Benny. Benny said, for me, the Gento challenge by the Filipino boy group SB19 is one of the most famous dance challenges that also K-pop superstars have tried too. EXO said, I myself haven't tried any, and the reason is simple. I suck at dancing. I guess the Queen Card challenge by G-Idol was the most famous in my country. Hannah said, 7 years ago, I was fervently picking up new dance moves from online trends, including the PPAP Pen Pineapple Apple Pen Challenge. Now, these are all challenges. I think our viewers gave us like a glimpse of history to all the dance challenges on the internet. And we're now going to include another millennial in our talks who's also actively tried being on trend with all the dance challenges on the internet. And he is actually a professional dancer, so he might have a good few tips for us. Now stay tuned for our live interview. Let's include a fellow millennial who loves trying out dance challenges that are popular online. It's Alexis Kanchev, a millennial dancer from France who's currently living in Seoul. Welcome, Alexis.
Thank you.
All right, Alexis, so you're a dancer, but when did you first start trying specifically social media dance challenges?
I think it was 3 years ago, back in 2020, during the Corona pandemic. So for the background, I'm a former ballroom dancer. So basically, I used to dance partner dances such as salsa, tango, waltz. And yeah, I started when I was 3 years old. But when I turned 18, I wanted to challenge myself by trying new things. And so I decided taking individual dance classes, like hip hop or Afro, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked the idea of dancing as an individual and not being restricted dancing with my partner. So I ended up creating my own dance crew with some friends, and we are posting our content on YouTube. And in order to promote our YouTube videos, we usually record some dance challenges which are related to the songs we are dancing on, and then we post it on our social medias, so Instagram page or TikTok page, and yeah, that's how I started.
Amazing. So I see that there's a lot of dancers like yourself who do challenges to promote themselves, but also regular people like us. But why do you think it's so popular amongst our generation, whether you're a dancer or not?
Yeah, I think the fact that social medias are so popular among our generation is the biggest factor. We are scrolling a lot, and yeah, we're scrolling a lot, and the format of the dance challenge being short makes it ideal. It helps a lot. Yeah, so being short and also being easy, so it makes it interesting for everyone, not only dancers, because it means that non-dancers could think of trying it out.
Right,
And
it's easy to follow.
Yes, and I think also that the pandemic was a big factor as well, because yeah, during the quarantine we were all stuck at home and people were getting bored.
Right.
And I think that people used to upload some dance challenges and try it out, including celebrities that aren't not necessarily dancers.
Exactly.
And so it made it very popular among
Right.
our generation.
Alexis, do you have any personal tips or ways to become a better social media dance challenger?
So, step one, I think, is learning the choreography, right? So, there are plenty of tutorials on social medias where that can help you to learn the choreography, but also you can learn it by yourself, actually, by recording your phone screen while watching the dance challenge you want to learn, and then you can mirror the video, and then you can copy the movements of the dancer as it was your reflection in the mirror. So that helps. And or you can use some apps as well to slow it down so it makes it even easier. Yeah.
I
and
guess
then
monitoring yourself is really important. Alexis, very briefly,
Yes.
then did you like our any song challenge and my Slickback challenge?
Don't ask him that.
Definitely. You did so good.
Okay, and I guess like compliments will really feed into us keep trying. But thank you so much, Alexis. It was a pleasure having you here with us today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
All
Thanks,
right.
Alexis.
Now, we're seeing a lot of social media dance challenges, whether it be our generation being tech savvy or always on social media, but also for K-pop to promote itself. So how would you guys like to see these dance challenges move on from now?
Right. I mean, it's so great to see that on social media, these challenges brought a lot of songs into light that perhaps wouldn't have seen the light of day because, you know, it's just so short. And like we said, there's such fast circulation. And I think it doesn't matter if you're Korean or not Korean. We use sounds from all over the world, whether Japanese songs, Indian songs, Pakistani songs, and Slavic songs nowadays are becoming popular. So I love that it's such a multi-continental, multicultural thing.
Yeah. What about you, Kyun?
You know, I remember the first type of challenge that I kind of saw online was the ice bucket challenge or the ALS ice bucket challenge. I really like the intention behind it because it tried to raise awareness of the Lou Gehrig's disease and encourage donations for research. So I think if these kind of dance challenges can collaborate to promote better awareness of things that need critical attention right now that are kind of overshadowed for any other reason, I think these, you know, short clips will become a bit more meaningful and helpful to the general public moving forward.
To better deliver a better meaning societal message. Now, we'll hope to see that soon, but in the meantime, we'll be here every day from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Korea time, bringing you more topics young people are talking about. Special thanks to Nal Song
No problem.
and Park Ki-hoon.
Always a pleasure.
All right, and thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. We are News Generation.
세상이다